blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and I definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time talking about my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. Just thank you so much. Y'all have really, gave me love that I truly needed for the last few days because it was hard out here for a sister. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings. Love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when your girl's about to upload her next video. And if you're comfortable enough, please stop. Yeah, I said please stop. Please drop me a line. I would love a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you just tell me about your empathic gift and how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. If you feel the videos are very informative, uplifting, and give you good vibes, that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times at the moment, needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, or just needing spiritual guidance, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. And I hope you're able to, resonate with the content of my video. And the music that I'm listening to in the background is called 528 Hertz. Cleansing mind, body, spirit, 528 Hertz. So Figo, and remove negativity, which is what I truly needed today. And I'll be able to post that link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101, Heyoka's powerful gift switches on through overwhelming circumstances. Y'all, I mean, oh gosh, it just felt like a nightmare. I really could not wake up from. You've been with me for a while. You know the things that I'm trying to heal from, the things that, I'm trying to make it peace with. But just being able to know one of my siblings were in that type of situation yesterday. Well, not even yesterday, but it was like for a few days. I think it was like for 72 hours or a little bit more. And it's just like when I know I place myself in certain situations while, I'm communicating with others, and giving them, the messages from their families that are close to them or things they weren't paying attention to. And when I was not able to tap into that from my own self, for family, I felt so hopeless and helpless, because it really felt like I was blocked, like spiritually blocked, like something had to go through and I had to experience it like in the darkest, most powerful way possible. And it's not in darkest like evil or anything, but I had to dive in, because they gave me my gifts for me to be able to help people, people that has been with me for a while and even a short period that, I've talked to them on one, and they know there's things that there's no possible way of me knowing. Like if you were like a superstar or something like that, you can say, oh, okay, well, she Googled this. But it's like people that are coming towards me, and it's just like I get flashes about certain things that goes on in their life, or their spirit guides, or family that has passed on guided them towards me as well, or if it has something to do with my dad, or you're just finding out about you being a Heyoka, because I do so many videos on them, daily. Because it was just like yesterday that I felt something switch on, and when I felt something switch on, I'm hearing everybody. Like I'm just hearing chatty catty all over my head, like, past members of family members that has passed on that's on the other side, and their energy was like, profound. It was strong. Like when I say intensified, it's like my head felt like it was about to explode yesterday, because I was trying to place myself in a good mood, but it was like I was trying to run to avoid it. I didn't want to feel that pain. I didn't want to, think the worst about my sister, because I kept on having these dreams and visions and stuff. And I said, I was telling my soul niece, I did not want to speak on the things that I felt, because I said, I don't know if it was something that was really taking place in her life, because a lot of times well, mostly all the time, my visions come out and it confirms that with other people. So I just was like, this had to be fear based. I don't want to feel, saying that this is correct, because I wouldn't speak on it. So I said, I had to keep telling myself, this is fear based. This is something that you know, when you think the worst can happen, it's like a parent as well as family members' worst nightmare to know that either a sibling or a son or a daughter can get, you know, abducted, and you all the type of things will come popping up in your head, and you just don't want to be like, oh my God, you know, because you feel very helpless. You don't understand what's going on. You know, things happen for a reason. Like I said the other day, um, that I had to really truly understand. And it was just like, you know, I felt my loved ones over on the sides, you know, because it was like, I was like hyperventilating, crying. Like, you know, I really wanted to do videos yesterday, but I said, you know what? You cannot sit up here and say everything is okay when it's not okay with you. You know, you really need to seek peace. Cause it's like anytime I started thinking about my baby sister, it was like, you know, it had me feeling dreadful. It had me feeling sad. You know, I was contacting, you know, different family members like, hey, you know, did you hear anything? Have you heard anything? You know, they're like, shoot, we know just about as much as you do. I don't really have all the details right now, so I don't want to speak on stuff that I really don't know about. You know, I'm just happy that my sister's okay. You know, and being able to have one piece, she had contacted her mom and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, thank God, you know, because it's like I really don't talk about my family members. I don't really talk about my siblings, you know, because just of privacy, you know, I really don't. And it's just like it was already hard for me to, you know, place that out because it's like, you know, I don't there's not everybody know I know the family I do have that I stay in contact with. So I just don't really talk about that because it's like the wrong people, you know, start prying into things that I really didn't want to open up and talk about. So it was just a lot of things that's going on, you know, a lot of things I didn't want to talk about. And it was like when I say it really put me there, it really put me there. But it was just like when I went through that yesterday and it was so overwhelming because I felt so emotionally lost. You know, people are like, Roslynn, how are you doing? You know, and it's just like, you know, you know, it was just very appreciated. If y'all weren't praying for me and my family, you know, y'all were sending beautiful vibes. You know, people just, you know, texting me or calling me asking if I was okay. And I truly appreciate that. But it was like I had to draw myself back, not that I didn't want to be bothered, but you know, I wanted to be selfish with those transitions I was going through because I didn't want that unleashing on somebody else. We're all going through major transitions, but when you're already going through that and you're already trying to make peace in your heart with everything that you're truly going through, because it's really been heavy with me lately, and you know, and just constantly trying to keep that positive vibe. You know, it's easy to be negative, it's easy to be in your feelings, it's easy to be angry, but when you're using your strength to be positive, that'll wear you out quicker than, well, actually, no, it's about the same because it's just like, you know, you're trying your best just to be in that positive vibe. You know, you're trying your best to know, you know, these certain things had to take place in your life for you to get that better understanding, for you to be able to be tested on your strength, your confidence, you know, your motivation, all these things. Because it's like I failed so many times, I got back up, you know, and I just kept on saying good things are going to happen. My sister's going to return. She's going to be back in one piece, you know, and it was just like, I wanted to keep saying that, you know, but it's just in the back of my head. I was thinking the worst. I'm not even going to lie. You know, I was having that human experience. I was all up in my feelings. I got hateful, you know, and it got to that point where I'm hearing everybody. Because it was just like, you know, people are texting me and stuff like that. And they're like, Rosalind, you know, everything is so intensified with me. I said, it's you're right. It is. Because it was like yesterday, I told my soul niece, it's like, when I'm feeling everything, she said, are you feeling the vibes or you're seeing? I'm like, when I say everything was HD, it was high definition for me. You know, I'm seeing different things with people that has recently passed, you know, seeing things about what their family members are doing, you know, and seeing them going through their midst of, you know, grief, you know, trying to understand, wrapping their head around things that is just like they felt like it was a nightmare they're in, you know, seeing a lot of different things, their last moments before they transitioned. When I said all that was coming at me at one time, and I just kept on holding my head and shaking back and forth, like I lost my last mind. And I'm like, God, please calm my mind down, calm these. But I noticed that was an instant where when my gift switch came popping full blown. I felt everything, and I just, you know, I told him, you know, look, my gift switch is like everything is hypersensitive to me now. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to deal with nobody. Not I was mad at the world, but that was some kind of vibe I did not want to place out there to anybody, because I felt when I even had people, it's like I can feel the heaviness of your vibes trying to protect me. And I truly appreciate that, because it's like the last 3 or 4 days, I have not really been able to sleep. I have not been able to really sit down and, hee ha ha. When I tried to, it was very short, because it felt like, what, you're ignoring the inevitable. You need to be able to face these things. And it's just like, you know, I felt like I was already going through enough. I said, I'm doing my light work. I'm doing things in a selflessly, way, and I love what I do. The things that I do doesn't feel like a chore. It doesn't feel like I'm being forced to do those things. And that's why I love what I do, because a lot of my love bugs, they'll come hit me up like, Roslynn, what, I can feel your energy and it's really heavy. You need to go take a break. I'm like, no, I'm okay. They're like, no, you really, you're really dealing with it. Even just a couple of days ago when I was telling y'all, I'm really dealing with a lot. I just had to allow myself to be able to shift to it and make myself feel those, positive vibes, even when my heart was feeling a lot of sadness, anger, sorrow, and confusion, because it's like there's times I sit up here and watch these videos of crime daily. I think that was like True Crime Daily. I think that's what it was. Or the ones where, they're trying to pursue, where their family member is or whatever. I always said I wanted to do stuff like that. But then when I feel what I'm doing now, it's just like, especially when I speak to people's family that has passed on, I see their last few minutes of their life, and it can get very intense for me. Um, and then it's just the emotions that come out, or it's just like I would love to do it, but then it's just like I have to allow myself to really be shielded when I'm seeing the things that I'm seeing, because it can get very graphic at times. So it's just like you've been going through all these different transitions that has taken place in your life. Like, it can get heavy. It can really heavy at times. It can make you want to be, you know, by yourself. I was feeling very anti, and it was just like, when I communicate with people, especially on one, some of them are okay, but there's some of them that, I can feel that was really going through things, and I had to really shield myself on top of what I was going through. But I'm glad that I was able to do that. But then it just really frustrated me, because it's like, I'm able to help people see the things that they need to see for them to be able to go through those transitions or open themselves up. Because a lot of times things, those, that vibe that's coming towards us, for it to switch a flip, yeah, flip a switch, uh, towards your gifts, that is opening up, because a lot of our gifts have been, dormant, and it'll have that little trickle, that'll come out, and you're like, wait a minute, that's kind of off, but through the retrograde, oh my God, it can really get you there. It really can. And I knew that was something I had to go through. I hate taking days off like that, because it's just like, like I said, I love what I do. Being able to help other people make sense of the crazy chaos that we have to deal with on a daily, trying to understand why we're so sensitive towards other people, and other ones, it can feel like white noise, when I deal with certain people. I'm just like, Dad, how come I can't, you know, I can be able to bring a blessing to one person's life, but then another person I'm just connecting with, and they're telling me their issues and things they got going on. It's like, I'm like, okay, is there anybody want to come through? And just like, there are certain situations, I guess, with the people that I'm connecting with, they needed to get on that connection with me for them to understand what was going on in their life, or you're sending something to me so we can be able to help both, and then it's like a cycle had to go through. You had to go through this certain, what I forgot what they call it, channels. Yeah, it's like you had to go through certain channels in your life for you to be able to get the knowledge, and words of things that you need to understand about yourself, as well as the gifts you carry, what is pertaining to your mission, the deeper meaning of your life purpose. All these things had to take place. So it was just like, I'm feeling everything, and I'm just like, oh my God, can you shut this off? And I really couldn't shut it off. It was like I really had to go through that. And it was just like, I couldn't deal with it because it was just, I'm dealing with my little siblings and stuff like that. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so not used to this, So it was just like very foreign to me. But this morning I woke up and I was so emotionally grateful. I woke up with tears of joy, because it's like the last few nights I have not been able to sleep, and it's just because it really had my mind all over the place. And then on top of that, I'm trying to maneuver and try to understand why is everything so intense? Why is everything so bright and harsh? Because it was like everything was sensitive, very, very sensitive to me. So it was like, okay, I got up, worked out, you know, I'm listening to some music, trying to raise my vibrations and stuff like that. And right when I did that, I felt like a huge switch, like poof. And I'm just, I didn't know what was going on, but it's just like being able to see the things that I seen. It was really crazy because it's like if I watch a certain video or just a video just happen to come on autoplay and just seeing stuff, just especially about the situation with, Kobe and all those different people that passed. I didn't want to hear that. I didn't want to see that, because it took a minute after that happened for me to get out, get those last moments before their impact out my head, because I was thinking about that mess all day, no matter if I was trying to like, okay, things happen for a reason, even though this really was felt, heavy towards a lot of people. I didn't want to know that, but a lot of times universe will allow me to tap into that for me to understand what's going on. You know, um, this is like that millennial. When it says it's a millennial, there's a lot of things we're going to experience. A lot of things going to be very harsh. A lot of things are going to be like, it's going to be that gut punch. Whether it's something negative or it's positive, this is something we had to all endure, because it's just like, we never like to hear about somebody passing away, or, because certain people, especially when it comes to people, that are celebrities and stuff like that, they have impacted people. And it was just like that one with, Kobe and all them. It was like, wow, that it was very saddened, but also very beautiful at the same time. And it was like not about their ending, but it was just how the energy, people were so caring. And it is just like, when that happened, I left that big story about what I was supposed to talk about. And it was just like being able, we have so much harshness in the world, prejudice, diversity, hatred, people judging other people because of their culture or their sexual preference, stuff like that. And it's just like when that situation came on, you see people that, even from, different teams that they're competing against in football or basketball. These people are all hugging people. They were all showing love towards each other. People are actually being, sensitive about the things that you're going through. I saw the one about the reporter. I forgot what guy it was. I guess him and Kobe was very good friends. And he was like, I know this is a trying time for you. And I give big ups to that woman because she was being very considerate. Because some people don't give a dag, when you're going through stuff and they can see something is really, got you in that mode, when you have lost somebody. And it's just, you can feel that love, that strong love around them. And it was like you were able to console people because they're all feeling the same thing that you were feeling. Being to be that person like, hey, I don't know you, but let me comfort you. And she was just saying, I know this is a really hard time right now, and I know that he meant a lot to you, but is there any kind words that you would like to place out? And it was really hard for him, because he really wanted to say what he needed to say because that was his friend. But at that time, you can feel that heaviness that, you're still trying to wrap your head around that. Like, am I going through this? Is this real life right now? Is this something that's, really, this really happened? And just being able to feel that love towards everybody. And it's just like, when I went towards the empath platforms that was carried, people are like, just like me, I love basketball. I play the heck out of it. I've never been that type of person that watched it like that, or go to games and stuff like that, but I only loved it like that powerful is when I was playing it myself, because I loved, I'm tomboy at heart. I love playing flag football and playing the heck out of basketball. And it was just like being able to feel that, with all those different things going on. It was just like, wow, this is like, the second month of the year and you got to go through all this already, and it was really crazy. And it was just like, you know, when I did videos, it was like about 2 or 3 days ago. I was talking about silver spoons, or I forgot what the other one was, but I said something about that show called Good Times. And I said that twice. And not even a day or two later, and I was talking to my niece about it. And I was like, I said, you remember I was like the other day, I said something about good times like twice. She said, yeah, auntie. And he's like, you did it again. And I was just like, wow, the woman that played Walona Woods, Janet Jackson's mom in the show, she had passed away. And it's like, God rest her soul, because I love that woman. I loved her from I'ma Get You Sucker, and other, I can't remember anything else I seen her in, but I loved her in Good Times. I grew up looking at that show. And it was just like, your gifts are really opening up. Is really like, wow, you're a lot of times you're predicting things, a lot of things like your body is getting you ready for something that's about to be really intense. And it really, like, somebody's like, are you okay? And it's like, I don't know, something's kind of off right now. I don't understand what it is, because it's like you can tell something in your body is going around, or it's just like the energy is carrying, or the energy that's around you and the surroundings that are really, heavy at that point. So it's just like those switches, when you tend to go through some very intense situations or the very overwhelming circumstances, that's preparing you through that midst of that storm where another one's about to pop off. Because it's like, I don't know why it has to be that way, but as soon as I find out, I'm gonna let y'all know. But there's a lot of times you can go through different chapters of your life, and there's something missing in your life. There's something you really can't put your finger on, but there's something about you that is kind of missing, or there's something that needs to come up to the surface. But the way that it's like universe and God got that dark sense of humor. I'm like, wow, why does this have to happen on top of everything else? And then you want to flip a switch on? Are you serious? So it was like everything, being able to hear them. And then it's just like certain people being around their families, that has passed, and they're, trying to give them those signals that they're there, they're there to be able to assist them. We never left, death is only a transition, you know it just had its way of coming to you in a different form. And it's very beautiful, but it's very saddening at the same time, especially when those people miss their loved ones as passed. So it was just like universe was letting me know, you have been helping so many people. You don't know how you've been helping people. I know how, but I don't know what's going on through your mind. I don't know what your daily routines are, unless universe allowed me to be able to do that. But I only do that towards a certain degree, because a lot of times when you're telling me the things that you're going through, or half of the time I can feel them when I'm going through, before I can even connect with you on that way. I feel your energy coming before you actually come to me. So it's just like those things has transpired in my life. And it was like universe is telling me, these are the times the people that you press that love out for is going to come back to you. And this is what's going to help you, because if I didn't have that, I don't know how far this would have really put me in, because it really put me in a dark place, like of sadness, dread, helplessness, confusion, all at one time. And then on top of that, feeling everybody's family, seeing certain situations that taking place, or is currently taking place, or recently taking place in your life, for them to be able to see that. Because it's just all these different names are coming to me, like Stefan, or Gregory. These are people that have passed on, or somebody that is, missing somebody's name, Lenny. I don't know what that is. You know, um, uh, uh, I don't know. It's just a lot of different things that's coming to me, and it's just crazy, because it's like, hey, do you know these people? Do you know this? Because it's like different names. Rosa, Sophia, those are the names that comes up to me too. I hear them all, coming out. But it's crazy the way it shows me. It's kind of like, that movie Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg and Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze, God rest his soul. It was like how Whoopi was after she got in contact with Patrick. And then all of a sudden, all these people start coming in, and that's how it was for me. And it wasn't the fact that I was faking anything, but it was the fact that she wasn't aware of the gift that she already had. And it was like once she got into that connection with Patrick on that type of level, it opened a floodgates towards everybody else. I'm like, ooh, she's the ghost whisperer. Let's go talk to her about this. And it's just like I felt very overwhelmed in a beautiful way, but in as well as a dreadful way, because I needed to be able to get comfort knowing that my sister was okay, knowing that everything was going to be okay. So, but it is just like, I appreciate y'all. I really do. When I really needed that, y'all came through. And when y'all came through, it was like, no problem. You have helped us in so many ways. And it wasn't like I wanted that because I did something for you, because I love what I do. Being able to see that I can be able to help impact somebody's life, to let them know, hey, you're going through a lot of rough patches right now. Look how far you have came from those rough patches. Being able to feel that love from you when all you felt was neglect and abandonment, or feeling that love of a connection, that somebody actually understands you when people are very clueless about what you were going through, being able to understand how to approach you about different things, or trying to get on your level to be able to, understand what you are being seen, what you've been seeing, and it kind of feels hard like that, because you feel like you're in a world alone. And then when we connect in that beautiful way, that's why I always tell people we're a part of each other's soul family. We're just reconnecting. We already been in each other's lives. It's going to go a different route this time around. I always tell people I love connecting with y'all. Reconnecting is beautiful. I don't see people in their nationalities. I don't see you as where you can be from, uh, you know, Earth Zortar or something like that. It's still going to feel, familiar to me. And that's how I see people, as either brothers or sisters. I don't see sexual preference. I don't see nationalities. I just got so many different brothers and sisters that I'm connected with all over the world. And it's just like so beautiful to me. There's a lot of times when I see, y'all's comments, and I just break down in tears, because I didn't know the experiences about me talking about the things that I've went through can be able to impact somebody's life in that way, you know. But then I had to understand God puts you in a connection with people for a reason. Everybody connects for a reason. And just being able to connect with you in that way makes me feel like I'm very blessed in so many ways. I said my situation has humbled me, because you need that. It's good to have a person there that is not ashamed of the things they go through. I'm not never ashamed of what the things I go through. Even the bad things I've did back in my past. I had to get forgiveness from that, because I did a lot of really stupid things back in the day. And there's sometimes I still make mistakes as well, but I own up to it. I had to be able to be responsible for my own actions and the things that I place myself into. And being able to know my experiences can help a lot of people, and y'all help me as well. You're learning off of me, I'm learning off of you. So I really feel very blessed for that. So I'm telling y'all again, I really appreciate y'all, because the last few days was not fair to me. It was really not. I just I try to stay happy. I try to be in a good vibe, because I loved doing my videos, and it kept me distracted from that. But also I had to be able to not distract myself, allow myself to fill that void that I was going through, understand the transition I was going through, being able to not ignore the things that truly needed to be faced. So I'm grateful for that. Like I said yesterday, I really had to take off because I was a hot mess yesterday, and I just needed that time to myself. And I just feel very grateful for y'all, in so many different ways. So I do appreciate y'all for that. But I hope you were able to resonate with the content of my video. I hope you had a blessed, safe weekend and been responsible for everything you do. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Angel Fish, as well as Ashley Marie and Laura Kennedy, as well as Ray Clay, Carol Chapman, and With Expectancy. Thank you, everybody. HC Maxwell as well. Um, Crystal Stone. Let me see who else. Jake Cartwright as well. Oh gosh, there's so many of y'all. I want to thank you. Thank you so much for the love and prayers you had. The beautiful vibes you sent me with love and comfort. They were truly felt, and I appreciate it, and they're truly appreciated as well. Drop me a line. Let me know if you you resonate with the video, I would love to give you a post notification shout out. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Share, give me a thumbs up. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray so much everything you're working so hard for to bring even working on manifesting to your reality comes 100 times more than what you asked for, and comes so much sooner than you expected it to. Um, and make sure you give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity vibes, words, frequencies. Um, you never know; those things can really take somebody a long way. And once again, thank you so much, y'all. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Just giving y'all hugs and kisses from far and near. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.